So I just finished watching all 293 episodes of Boruto. And let me say, as a former avid Boruto hater, man, Boruto is peak. And yes, I'm strictly talking about the anime. I haven't even read any manga from the Two Blue Vortex part, which recently became the #1 selling manga in Japan. I think it's not now anymore, but it did for a little bit. But yeah, in this video, I'm talking about Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the anime. Now look, I love Naruto just as much as the next man, and honestly, when I first tried to watch Boruto, it did not live up to the expectations Naruto set, and I dropped it at about episode 90. However, I realized there are a few things you have to do to understand and really enjoy this anime for what it is. One of which being going into it with a fresh mindset. Boruto is not Naruto. Yes, the characters from Naruto are still in Boruto, and they are an important part to the story, but the anime is about the younger generation. So instead of watching Boruto to see the older generation, you should be watching it to see the new generation. Going into Boruto with a fresh mindset also entails being patient. We can't be so quick to judge what is an incomplete story so far to a classic, complete story that holds fond memories of our childhoods. Just as we let Naruto build up over the years and become the beautiful anime we know it to be today, we should be willing to do the same for Boruto. The next thing you have to be willing to do to really enjoy Boruto for what it is to not be adverse to change, which is honestly a central theme in the anime itself. The ninja world in Boruto is much different than it was in Naruto. There aren't as many wars going on between the main nations, and there is peace that Naruto and the rest of the cast were able to secure because of their victory in the 4th Great Shinobi War. So yes, some of the new generation ninjas kinda seem a little spoiled and don't have the same grit and energy to them as the older generation of ninja did. For example, in episodes 25 through 31, Boruto gets tangled up in a conflict in the Hidden Mist Village, which is kinda his first bout with real trouble, excluding a previous incident inside the Leaf, caused by some random group stealing the 7 ninja swords. The only thing is, they're like some random little teenagers that stole the swords, unlike Zabuza, a real wielder of the Kubikibi, I don't even know how to say that, and Haku, who are actually in the field putting in work. In essence, Boruto's generation of ninja are kind of soft compared to the previous generations. To be entirely honest, Boruto is basically like a softer Naruto, Sarada a softer Sasuke, Shinki a softer Gaara. Not literally, but I mean to an extent, yes. But this is honestly only a bad thing if you look at it as a bad thing. First off, the younger generation is softer because the former generations, led by Naruto, were able to create a peaceful life for them. So I mean, I say that's a positive. Also, this whole phenomena of the younger generation being weaker is just like the real world. Just like how in the 50s our grandparents were repairing sinks and walking miles to and from school and hunting wild boars to eat and stuff. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I don't be doing none of that, you know what I'm saying? But there's still value in the skills that our generation today has cultivated. And though getting away from tradition and the basics too much can become a problem, that's something that we all have to work towards finding a balance for. And I think Boruto is able to really make that reality shine with all the new tech and newfound peace in this anime that was not present for the original Naruto nor Naruto Shippuden. The last thing you have to be willing to do to really enjoy Boruto for what it is to understand that Boruto is just a child and is trying to find his way. No, Boruto is not perfect and he sometimes does and says some stupid things, but he's a kid and we have to understand that Boruto has his own set of problems aside from what Naruto's were. Yes, Boruto is blessed to have parents that are there to care for him and watch him as he grows, something that Naruto didn't have. But there's still a lot of pressure that comes with being the Hokage's son. And to be honest, my man Naruto was kinda wildin' in the early episodes with his parenting. So don't just write off Boruto's struggles and the things that he does because of them as him just being a bad person. Boruto is a really good kid with a good heart. And we've got to understand, not even for Boruto, but for anybody, you can't compare people's struggles. Everyone's experiences and even their DNA makes them perceive different things in different ways. Just as Naruto's dealt with his fair share of problems in his adolescence, so does Boruto. But that also makes it even sweeter and more inspirational when he overcomes those problems and becomes stronger, just as his father did. Anyways, Boruto has some of the best fights we've ever seen in the Naruto-verse, some heartwarming moments between the original Naruto characters and the characters of the new generation, and a great character cast, including a great main character that you can build fondness for if you're actually willing to. And 293 episodes later, I can truly say that Boruto is a worthy successor to the Naruto series, and is already a classic, in my eyes at least. Now, while I say all of this in Boruto's defense, the anime is not without its flaws. First off, the villains are kinda eh. They aren't really that bad. You could even make a convincing argument that they're good, but compared to the Akatsuki, the villains are not even close to on the same level. And who knows, maybe we'll get some more interesting villains when we come back from the time skip. But Boruto just hasn't been able to build up the hype I had for, say, an Itachi Sasuke fight, nor has it had any villains that really seem super cool. Like, I get it, Momoshiki and Ishiki would most definitely wipe the floor with Pain, but when I tell you Pain was like the coldest villain ever, every time you saw him, you saw his purple eyes, which we didn't know were Rinnegan at the time. You heard that epic background music they played whenever he was on the screen. You really didn't even know who he was or where he came from. You just knew he was crazy strong, and he seemed unbeatable.
世話の焼ける奴らだ。
No one in Boruto has that swagger to them, you know? And I do have to give it to Ishiki. He was really cool, but he still couldn't compete with the likes of an Itachi, Pain, or Obito. And granted, it's probably harder to make a really good villain now because back then we didn't really know anything. And it's like now we literally know everything about how the shinobi world was created, all about the Otsutsukis, all of that. Even still, challenging it may be, if Boruto could find a way to bring the hype around an enemy like Naruto was able to do with Pain or Itachi, that could really make this already amazing anime even better. Another problem in this anime, and this is the biggest for me, is the blatant disrespect of the original Naruto characters. Okay, so let's just start here. They did my boy Konohamaru so bad in Boruto. I thought Konohamaru was gonna be sweet, I ain't gonna lie, but literally, other than like that one time against some bandits and the one time against Jugo in the forest, this man Konohamaru be getting work. This old dude exposed him not once, but twice. He couldn't do nothing with Ao, nothing against Kashi and Koji. And it's like Boruto, Mitsuki, and Sarada be doing all the work on the missions most of the time. Like, I get it, in Naruto the kids had the spotlight, but Kakashi still had his moments, Guy still had his moments, Asuna still had his moments, all of the senseis had their moments. Then you got the Tsuchikage getting imprisoned by a single puppet without putting up a fight. Then you got some Genin having to save the whole entire Hidden Stone village. You got the Mizukage struggling against the fake 7 ninja swordsmen, while his literal academy students, not even, these motherfuckers not even ninja yet, and they over here fighting for their life against some of them at the same time. Sometimes I feel like they just make the older generations way too weak. Like, even if you wanted to let the Tsuchikage get kidnapped by this dude, at least let her put up a fight. I mean, she got one-shotted. And then finally, the last problem the Boruto anime faces are the many fillers. But to be completely honest, I don't really see the fillers as a problem because I actually enjoy them. Maybe I've been conditioned by Naruto, which had plenty of filler episodes, but I actually really like seeing the anime dive into different characters and show their development. And I also just like seeing lighthearted episodes with characters I enjoy watching, just having a good time. I personally don't see the problem with the fillers, but I know a lot of people hate them, and it looks like those people that do hate them will get their wishes fulfilled, because Boruto is rumored to pick back up as a seasonal anime when it comes back. So no, I'm not trying to say Boruto is perfect, but Naruto isn't perfect either. You can't make a perfect anime if you're releasing weekly episodes consecutively for several years. but when the end product is all said and done, even with a few flaws, it can still feel perfect. And that's exactly how Naruto feels. And now 293 episodes later, I can say that that's exactly how Boruto feels. Anyways, this was your boy Bounty. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Y'all let me know what y'all think about Boruto down in the comment section. And if you just be hating on Boruto, I hope this video will, inspire you to just give it a fair watch again,
Who is Bounty, and what can you expect from his channel? Bounty is a free-spirited individual, steadfast chasing his dream through every hardship and challenge he faces in the way of his final destination. You can expect to see epic gaming videos infused with unrivaled comedy like all of these videos right here. Insightful, professionally made anime recommendation and review videos like all of these. Comedic, high energy reaction videos, and from time to time, even explorative vlogs and IRL videos such as these. So click that subscribe button to become a part of the journey with Bounty. I shall hope to see you again in another video, my good friend. Until next time.